Morning viewers, today we've got a lovely patient Chantal here who's actually got a tibial fracture, tibial plateau fracture over here, and they've done a pin and plate in under here. And I'm just wanting to talk about the important things about rehabilitation of a knee injury like this. We are now week 9 and she's still got a full leg splint on that's stabilized now at 50 degrees flexion and full extension. The most important thing that we need to focus on now is to make sure that the scar is loose. We've already been doing this since the beginning that I've seen her. This is now week 3 that I'm seeing her, because for 6 weeks you're not allowed to do anything because the bone hasn't grown on yet. And she's partial weight bearing with crutches at the moment, and that will be still like that for another 4 weeks until it's 12 weeks, and then she can take the splint off and she can continue to walk normally. But the important part here is that we get the scar must be totally loosened, because later on when she does flexion of the knee, the scar can prevent full range of movement if it's not loose. Now, it's not bad in the scheme of things. You can see I can pick it up quite nicely there. And it is nice and a little bit tight along here, but this tightness here is actually swelling underneath that's preventing it from lifting up properly, but that will come with time. The other scars that you need to focus on are these 2 little points here where the doctor went in to see what he was doing, and they also need to be totally loose, and these are perfect. There's no problem there. The next very, very, very important thing that she needs to do, she needs to be able to do quads contraction. So give us a quads contraction there, Chantal. You can see it's not contracting as well as the other leg, but it is way better than it was on day 1. Day 1, she couldn't even do this. When you are struggling to do this, you need to make sure that you are watching the legs, because you need to have the visual impact or input, because your leg won't do it on its own. Now, she cannot do any other exercises until she's got proper quads lock. And if she doesn't get proper quads lock, her knee won't go straight. So we need to make sure also that if you have a look, see here, the leg is slightly bent in this position here. I can get my hand under. It's not as bad as it used to be. This is a combination of the tight hamstrings that are going to start happening as a result of the injury, as well as the poor quads lock that we've got going here. So we need to get the quads lock. We need to stretch the hamstrings. Later, she's also going to have problems with her calves when she starts walking properly, because they're going to be shortening. So we already started doing a little bit of a calf stretches. We haven't started with the hamstring stretch yet, but we'll start that today. I'll teach you how to do that. And then we're going to be massaging all the areas. So I'll make sure I massage the tibialis anterior, the calves, the quads, the hamstrings, because all these muscles are going to become painful just because of a stupid fracture. And if we do not get these proper quads lock, and we do not get full range of movement in her leg, then she'll be walking with a limp for the rest of her life. And we've only got 12 weeks, up to 12 weeks to get full range of movement and to make sure everything is working properly. Otherwise, it becomes very much more difficult to do it. The rehabilitation for something like this takes between 6 months and a year to get full proper function back in the leg. So there's not too stressed too much now, but it will come. So we mustn't panic too much about it. But this is a very good start to her session, because she's already got the nice quads contraction. So we want to keep doing that exercise now, and then we're going to start bending the leg. She's now got 50 degrees knee bend, and each week we increase it by 10 degrees. So next week it will be 60 degrees until we've got full range of movement. But things are looking good. So enjoy good luck with your rehabilitation, viewers.